Hello there everyone, I am Doomcard and we're going to do a quick patch notes presentation for League of Legends patch 11.23 because preseason is here and we all want to get into it quick. So let's begin. First we have objective bounties. Now when you're behind you're going to be able to gain a little bit of extra money from taking Baron, Towers, and Dragons. This will be giving, based on the XP lead, gold leads, this will be really helpful for the team that's doing worse, maybe leading to a great comeback. Next we have dragons. We have our Hextech dragon first, which gives us some ability haste and attack speed per dragon. Then we get a dragon soul, which gives us a static shiv based storm razor effect of slowing down everyone. Then we have a terrain of getting portals that will teleport us around a little bit. Overall these should be really nice for changing up the game a little bit. Then we have Chemtech. Chemtech will get you to do more damage to champions with more health than you, with going up to 20% if you have all four. Then your dragon soul will go ahead and give you a brief revive after you die, similar to Ultimate Showdown. The terrain effect will give you camouflage zones. That way you're able to hide a little bit more effectively. Now we have other changes. We have Cloud. Cloud is no longer giving ultimate haste. Now you're getting some movement speed and some slow resistance, but that movement speed is only out of combat. So no more getting to roam around speed of sound in the middle of a fight. Next we have the Rift Scuttle changes. No more Crabber, no more Pain. We get minus 35% health and 80% XP given. We got a smaller boy now as well, so that way he will not destroy the game at 3 minutes like he normally does. Now we have new items. Crown of the Shattered Queen costs 2800 gold, gives you 250 health, 600 mana, 70 AP, 20 ability haste, and then a little bit more movement speed and AP per legendary item. It goes ahead and gives you a spell shield that instead is damage resistance for champions for 1 hit and 1.5 seconds after, while also giving you AP while you're safeguarded. Next we have Even Shroud, which is 2500 gold, gives you some 200 health, 30 armor and MR, and 20 ability haste. Also giving you 5 armor and MR with every legendary item. But that's not all. Now you're also getting a little bit of repentance on all the enemy team after you immobilize or they immobilize you, which means your team will be doing more damage to them for 5 seconds. Next we also have Axiom Arc, 3000 gold to give you 55 AD, 25 ability haste, 10 lethality, and then a bunch of cooldown on your ultimate after you damage someone and they die. Incredible. You can go ahead and get a quadra kill with Trinamir while you're ulting, and then you'll have another ult. Incredible. Next we have Shadow Flame, 3000 gold to give you 200 health, 100 AP, which are okay stats at best, but then you go ahead and gain some magic pen on enemies based on their current health. So that way you'll be able to burst them down if they're very low. And then you also will burst them down hard if they're shielded recently. Next we have Winter's Approach, the new mana item for tanks. 2600 gold for 400 health, 500 mana, 15 ability haste, which also gives you 8% of your mana as health. It stacks up and then it becomes full winter when it's fully upgraded, which whenever you mobilize or slow if you're melee, consumes mana and grants a shield. So that way you'll be able to use all that excess mana you have to give yourself a bunch of shields while you're fighting. Now we have a bunch of item changes. Let's start with Bami Cinder. Bami Cinder executes minions when you're low, so that way you'll be able to be sure to get the final procs on them. Get a bunch of extra CS. This works for all the other immolate items as well. Frostfire Gauntlet now does damage on its big circle smack. Turbo Tank no longer has immolate, but now it refuels. Basically like a charge up, but no electrical shock with it. You're going to be doing extra damage to all nearby enemies. Also, extra health on the Mythic passive. The Sunfire gives a little bit armor and MR, but also a little more health on the Mythic passive. Then we have the Aegis setup, which lost the cost. Aegis went ahead and lost 100 gold, Gargoyle lost 100 gold, Locket lost no money. In fact, its combine cost went up a little bit, because we got to keep it all balanced, you know. Then we have Abyssal Mask. Abyssal Mask got a change in its build path, 50 health, minus 30 MR, 100 ability haste, and now Unmake is changed. No longer does it just only make them take more damage, you're reducing their MR and you're gaining MR for everybody that you unmake. Then you Force of Nature is becoming an actual tank item for magic damage, gaining 10 more MR, and now whenever you absorb, you gain stats of Steadfast, which when you have 6 means you take less magic damage and more movement speed. Knight's Vow gives less health regen, but now you'll heal when your teammates hit things that you determined as worthy. And when they're low, you're redirecting more of their damage to you. Next we have the Mage item changes. Doran's Ring is going to giving you a little bit of mana per second, but you gain more after hitting a champion, or health if you have no mana resource. Everfrost is now 2800 gold, gives 10 AP and 5 more AP on the Mythic passive. Archangel Staff has lost a little bit of AP, gained a little bit of health, and now instead of giving you more AP based on mana, or more mana based on AP, you're going ahead and gaining ability haste based on your bonus mana. And now when it transforms into the Seraph's Embrace, you will be gaining more AP, gaining a bit more health, and now you'll be healing on cast based on that mana cost and a little bit of your AP as well. Now for the Hextech items, they all got a new build paths. Just wonderful new build paths. That Hextech Rocket, new build path. Night Harvester, new build path. Also, Hextech Alternator gained a little bit of health but lost some AP to make up for its new build path. Then we have other item changes. Demonic Embrace gained a little bit of health, lost some AP, but now it gives you AP based on your bonus health. Incredible. Now it's a proper tanky scaler. And Azakana's Gaze no longer gives the bonus resistances, so now you're just a health monster. Cosmic Insight now has a new build path, gives you more health, lose 5 AP, gain 10 ability haste, 5 extra movement speed. And now after you damage the champion with 3 separate attacks and spells, you gain some movement speed and AP until you leave combat. Horizon Focus has a new build path, gives a little bit more health, loses some AP, gains some ability haste, and now it will affect on slow champions as well. And Void Staff has an increased combine cost, loses some AP, but gains more magic pen, so that way you can really teach people to build Force of Nature that they made a mistake. So now we have assassin changes, and oh boy, all the mythics lost 100 gold cost and gained damage. For Night Stalker gains some damage, Prowler's Claw gains some damage, and Eclipse loses some cooldown on its melee partners that pick it. And Youmuu's gained a little bit of a cost because you know that item was way too good. It was keeping up with Duskblade real well. Now you have a new rune, First Strike. It's replacing the Omni Stone, gives you a little bit extra money if you hit the opponent first, and then you do extra bonus damage for a moment, allowing you to go ahead and gain money and more damage for a bit of time. But if you're hit first, this does nothing. I'll make a new video on this next week to really go into detail after we have some data on it, because data is the strength. Next we have the additional rune changes as well. Glacial Augment got reworked. Now when you mobilize someone, they'll shoot 3 Glacial Rays out of them, creating frozen lines that will slow the enemies and reduce their damage to your teammates. Lethal Tempo gains you attack speed whenever you strike an enemy. For each auto attack, it stacks up to 6 times, no more having to wait a second and a half. Now you're going to be able to keep up constant attack speed. And if it's at its cap, oh boy, you get to have additional range. And also an increased of attack speed cap from 2.5 to 10. Yes, I said 10. 10 attacks per second. I think only Jinx can use that, but you know what? That's cool. 10 attacks per second. That sounds kind of funny. Caitlyn got a visual update. She's going to look a little different now. She looks like a champion released in 2022 rather than a champion released in 2011. Be beautiful. She got many updates to her splash art, so now she's not as naughty as she used to be, with some adjustments to her special effects as well. And now getting into our skins, we have Cafe's Cuties Gwen, which it looks cute. Soraka and Sivir look cute. Annie looks cute. Bard looks cute. Vladimir looks cute. Everybody's being cute today because they're all in the cafe. And then we have our Arcane Caitlyn skin to go along with our Arcane storyline. And then we have Arcane Jinx, which is mostly known from the beautiful game of Teamfight Tactics as the good 5-star. Well, that was all that we have here today. Please like, comment, subscribe. This was a great showing, and I'll talk to you all next time. See ya.